This may look like a peaceful town, but it's actually sitting on 97 volcanoes, and on top of that, more than 80 hot springs bubbling straight out of the ground. Welcome to Tengchong, China, a city literally built on fire and water. I came all the way from Wuhan, over 1,300 miles, to find out what it's really like to live on top of volcanoes. And here's the crazy part. Instead of destroying life, these volcanoes created it. And the way they did it will surprise you. When you hear the word volcano, you probably think of danger, eruptions, lava, destruction. But here, fire became the foundation of life. The basalt rockets from ancient eruptions are everywhere. The locals use them to build ancient temples, alleyways, and even some old architectures that's still standing here after 600 years. Imagine that, walking through streets made of fire. And the volcanoes didn't stop there. They sculpted surreal landscapes, stone pillars, crater lakes, wetlands, even the only urban waterfall in China. What looks terrifying at first ended up becoming Tengchong's most beautiful treasures. But the most surprising gift of all is hidden on the ground. The hottest spring here reaches 96 degrees. The locals call it boiling pot, 热海, and you can actually cook food in it. But unfortunately, that spot is closed right now due to the landslide happened recently. So we found another spring that shares the same source, and I came prepared with a string of eggs to steam them in volcanic water. This resort also has the only geothermal steam bed in China. When I first walked in, it felt old and worn down, nothing fancy at all. But this simple, almost broken-looking place is incredibly popular because the water is the real stuff. Here, hot springs aren't just fun, they're medicine. People say the sulfur spring helps with skin problems, joint pain, and a ton of other things. That's why this resort was once called the Army Convalescent Center. It used to help veterans recover. Now it's open to the public. I booked a small room to shoot this video, about $30 for 2 hours. They also have a public bath, around $7 per person. Before I even entered the room, the staff told me to drop my eggs into a steaming volcanic pool. Come back after you soak, they'll be ready. It's half spa, half kitchen. The room is tiny but packed. A shower, a soaking pool, and the famous geothermal steam bed. They also gave me water, towels, blankets, and pillows. They recommend doing 3 rounds of hot spring plus steam bed, and stay in the water no more than 15 minutes each time. The spring water is incredibly hot, like the boiling pot. The staff had to turn on the cold tap just so I could get in. But once you are in the water, you immediately know it's worth it. Even after just one soak, your skin becomes noticeably smoother. It's so hot here. The steam bed is right next to the bath. It's unbelievably cozy to lie on. It feels like it pulls out all the bad energy and fills you with fresh strength. I haven't had rest this deep in years. At first, I felt drained. After staying in this room for 1 hour, I'm totally exhausted. But after finishing the full cycle, I feel completely refreshed. Wow, after staying in that room for the entire 2 hours, go back and forth between hot spring and steam bed, I felt so relaxed. It's like take a big break both for your body and brain. Now I'm going to try the steamed eggs.
啊，谢谢。
少吃一点汤。
好好好。
This egg is steamed by the real spring water. Let's see how it tastes. It feels magical to eat something Mother Earth cooked for you. And in Tengchong, this isn't rare. From luxury resort to wild spring hidden in the forest, fire-powered water is everywhere. In some homes here, spring water flows straight from the tap to their balconies. Imagine running a hot spring bath without ever leaving your house. See, this one right here is the hot spring tap. Tengchong sits right where the Eurasian plate and the Indian plate collide. One of the few places on Earth where volcanoes and the geothermal springs live side by side. Here, fire and water don't fight. They work together, creating life, beauty, and healing. Tengchong isn't just a place with volcanoes and hot springs. It's proof that sometimes the most powerful opposites can shape the most magical way of life. And here's the twist. Getting close to danger is not always what you think. Because honestly, living on a volcano has never felt this cool. If you enjoyed this Chinese travel vlog, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure, a road trip to the mysterious border towns between China and Myanmar.